Hey guys, it's your girl Red Crisis, and this is the first episode of Tea Time with Red. Now, today's discussion is about the situation that happened as of today on Saturday, June 22nd, meaning yesterday, the 21st. We are going to be talking about the Mask G, as he's known, situation. Now, if you guys do not know who Mask G is, this person is a old viewer of Is Apocalypse, aka Lucas Park, aka Ultra God, aka whatever you guys know him as now. Also a old fan of my brother Blue Archer. We met this dude as a viewer, and obviously we liked him. Like, for real, thought he was a good dude. Now, this isn't me trying to be petty. This isn't me, being a bitch, as some of you might love to claim. This is me talking about why I have a problem with this dude and why he just needs to mind his own business. When we first met this dude, every single time he was in a live stream, he would beg and plead for us to watch his videos or subscribe or whatever the case may be. Self-promotion, that shit's annoying. Also, something that I found very interesting when we were talking to this kid, he loved to jump into beef that had nothing to do with him. Now, I'm not trying to trash this kid, I'm not talking shit. I'm speaking facts, because this is what I am known for on my channel. I'm known for keeping it real. I don't sugarcoat these things. I have no reason to lie about these things. Every single time Is Apocalypse, Blue Archer, or myself would diss somebody, it didn't matter who it was, what the reason was for, this dude always had something to say. For example, I dissed a female, we will not be saying her name. This dude made 2 to 3 different diss tracks on her immediately after I did. Now, the issue I have with that is it had nothing to do with this dude, and he spoke on these situations regardless if he had all the facts or not. Now, one thing that he needs to learn, especially if he's going to be successful on YouTube, is you cannot jump in everybody else's drama because you want to have a reason to diss somebody. That's ridiculous, dude. Next thing I want to bring up is, after we called him out for jumping in drama that he had nothing to do with, he started biting names from Lucas Park, or Is Apocalypse, whatever you want to call him. In this time frame, he was known as Ultra God. Conveniently after this kid changed his name to Mug, or Master Ultra God, and then he changed it to Master Instinct God because we called him out for it. Now, in a live stream, we asked him why he had the same name as Is Apocalypse. At the time, Ultra God, Master Ultra God, or whatever the fuck it was. He flat out said, I wasn't copying you, I never meant it like that. But he then did a video after that live stream contradicting every bit of shit he said. Basically saying, yo, I copied you because I looked up to you on YouTube. If you looked up to him, why was it every single time we called you out on something, you tried to tell people we were bullying you? Nobody was bullying you. Now, another thing I want to bring up. This dude wants to say we're bullies, correct? But why is it that this is coming from the same dude who made a diss track on somebody because they were gay? Now, everybody who is friends with me knows that I am proudly part of the LGBTQ community, and the fact that you found it appropriate to diss somebody because of a sexuality is disgusting, and you are the epitome of scum on this earth. Again, not trying to make you feel bad about yourself, but you should feel disgusted with the fact that you had this on your channel, and the fact that you told people you did it because you thought it was funny. Now, I don't support that, and that's part of the reasons I stopped fucking with this dude. Also, I know some of you guys have listened to some of my raps. Some of you may not like them. Some of you may love them. I don't know what the situation is in your mindset. But for those who don't know, I occasionally make rap songs. And I released a song, or a cipher, called The Asylum Cipher. If you don't know who The Asylum is, that is my group that I am in with my brother Blue Archer and my boyfriend is Apocalypse, along with my sister, which her name is Silver Mooney. You may occasionally see her in live streams and stuff like that. Now, in the Asylum Cipher, I said something along the lines of, he's not gonna mask God, or whatever the fuck his name is now. Dark Rosma is his name at this time. I flat out said he was not going to come up like the Asylum was. And it's the truth. He will never be as successful as the Asylum, period. And people can feel the way they feel. But honestly, this dude would not have the amount of clout that he got without us dissing him. This dude, every time we said anything to him, he tried to come up with a way to switch the story around. Like I was saying, with the Asylum Cipher, he tried to make it seem like all three of us were ganging up on him and trying to bully him and all of this. When in reality, what happened was I made this song and told him, hey, I'm going to be throwing some spar jabs at you. Try to make it interesting. He said, okay. And then when this song drops, Blue and Lucas Park at the time did their verses and added it to said cipher. Now, the crazy thing is, when this happened, he flat out tried to make it seem like, oh, you guys are ganging up on me. He commented these things under his Apocalypse video when he posted the cipher on his channel as well with all three of the verses. Mask G, Dark Rosma, whatever the fuck, commented basically saying all of this bullshit about us. But he wasn't saying that when he was in Iz's live stream talking about, oh, please sub to me, well, I love you guys, this, that, and the other thing. A few months later, I believe, he made a diss track about a person who was known as my little sister on YouTube, Shade the Hedgehog, shout out to you. He dissed this girl when she did nothing to him and tried to blame it on other people manipulating his mind. Here's the thing. There's extreme flaw in that because this girl, there was no proof of him doing, or her doing, my apologies, her doing anything to him. And yet, he obviously found it necessary to write a diss song about this girl. And he would not leave her alone. He was constantly making videos about her, constantly messing with her for no reason. I finally had enough and told him he was a bully. Because he is. He picked on this girl for no reason. And then when me, Lucas Park, and Blue all called him out for it, conveniently, he made a video the same day, maybe even the next day, saying, oh, I'm going on hiatus, I'm going through shit in my life. That's ridiculous. You just didn't want to get called out on your bullshit. You were embarrassed about the fact that we called you out for some shit you knew you shouldn't have been doing. And the fact that we had to call you out on it is sad. You're 15, supposedly, and you can't make grown decisions yet? That I can't relate to that. That's extremely sad. But another thing I want to bring up, and this may be a short podcast, but I did just want to, open the doors a little bit, let everybody see the full picture, since this dude wants to play victim and he wants to act like he didn't do anything wrong. As some of you know, there was a situation with a diss track yesterday dropped by his Apocalypse, and he dissed somebody. Now, we're not going to say this person's name. This is not to start any beef with that person. This is just clearing the air. During this beef with his Apocalypse, Mask G Dark God, Dark Rosema, or Dax Wannabe is better, decided he was going to comment that Iz dissed him for no reason at all. His exact words were, "That's exactly what he did to me. He punched me for no reason." Now, what he means by that is he was saying Iz made him a lyrical body bag. Now, or I'm sorry, a lyrical punching bag. Correction. But here's my thing. Every single time this dude got dissed, it was for a reason. You got dissed for being a homophobe. You got dissed for bullying. You got dissed for biting lyrics and stealing ideas for videos. You got dissed for jumping into shit that had nothing to do with you. And you got, like, I don't understand it. You got dissed this many times and you want to act like you did nothing wrong. My message to you, dude, is grow a pair of balls or grow a goddamn backbone, because the fact is, you're a child and you need to stay in a child's place. The fact that you still think that you're the victim in this situation is ridiculous. The fact that you think it's okay to comment some shit like that and try to make Iz look like a bad guy is fucking stupid. So, this isn't Iz telling me to say this to you guys. This isn't Blue telling me to say this to you guys. This is just me being, like, completely honest with you guys and opening up about how I feel about the situation. Every single one of the topics that I brought up today, I honestly just want to say the fact that you did all of this fucked up shit and then you want to sit here and act like Iz is a bully, Iz did this, Iz did that. But yet, you were so quick to get on his nuts for some clout, though. Like, you were so quick to get on Blue's dick for clout. Me too. You used to jump on my dick 24/7. And you still tried to be the victim. You remind me of Dax in so many ways. Like, it's ridiculous. And the fact that people still fuck with you, including the people who were selling you out, your own friends who were saying that you were a piece of shit, and all of this, the fact that you still hang out with those people, and the fact that they're okay with hanging around somebody who disrespects people like that is disgusting. And I'm honestly glad, and I honestly am proud to say that I don't fuck with you. I never will fuck with you. You are probably one of the worst people I've met on the face of the earth. And the fact is, you can't rap for shit. I may not be the best person to rap. I may not be spitting fire or whatever, but at least I actually write my own shit. At least I don't text people begging them to write me a verse, and then when they give me that verse, I turn it into something else. Now, Dark Rosema, what I'm gonna say to you is, just to cut this short, this isn't threatening anybody, this isn't, being a bully, whatever you guys want to call it. This is me being real. If you have a problem with anything that I have said on this video, or anything that I'm going to say in the future, you have 24 hours to get it out in a diss track, because I'm telling you what, you say one more thing about Iz, Blue, or me on some dumb shit, and you want to play victim and act like we caused all the problems for you, I promise you, dude, I will step back in the booth just for your ass. I promise you will be in the YouTube graveyard if you continue to fuck with the asylum, dude. We did nothing to you. We tried to be a good group to you. We tried to be friends with you. We tried to help you understand the things you were doing wrong, but you can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. So, again, just so it's clear, you have 24 hours to say whatever you gotta say to me, because then I'm gonna say what I want to say to you. And if you don't like it, I could give two shits. You could suck my big red dick in my nutsack. I don't care. I have been silent since day one. Blue has spoke on it a little bit. Lucas has spoke on it a little bit, or Is Apocalypse has spoken on it a little bit. But now it's Red's turn. Because Red tried to keep it nice, and Red tried to keep it friendly with you, Masked G. And the fact is, obviously, you're not getting it through your thick ass head that I'm trying to help you. So what I'm going to do is give you some time, either diss somebody on a song, preferably me, because if you bring Blue or Iz up, I'm going to annihilate your whole career. If you got something to say to me, you could say it within the next 24 hours. If you choose not to, you're still getting dissed. It doesn't matter. In some way, shape, or form, I'm going to expose your ass for the phony that you are. I'm sick of this shit. And then after this, I'm no longer going to be speaking on the situation. Because it's just a simple fact that you're not worth it. You are not worth the energy of letting you live in my head rent-free. So, again, thank you for listening to this podcast, you guys. Again, Dark Rosema, you got 24 hours to do whatever you want to do, bruh. As far as disses go, whether it's toward me, Iz, or Blue, preferably me, because I'm not trying to do you dirty like that. But you can do whatever you want. But just know, whatever you choose to do will have a consequence. And I'm not going to feel bad for any of the consequences that come your way. So, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching the video. Drop a like. Be sure to share, comment. Hope you enjoyed.